In today's video, we're going to discuss how to do a cymbal catch. Now, what is a cymbal catch? A cymbal catch is, let's just use the example of Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. It rhymes. I never even realized before that it rhymes, but it does. So, when you're playing that intro for Eye of the Tiger, you've got this. Everybody knows the song. Again. And the groove. Most of us know Eye of the Tiger. So when you play that intro, when you're trying to do a cymbal catch, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can do this. Now, my favorite way probably, and the way I like to teach this, is what I call crab pinchers, right here, all right? So what this is just basically taking the thumb and these first two fingers, and if you're just able to do this, when you go to play the cymbal, you kind of have to keep the stick in the hand, right? Because you need to be able to play. You don't want to be sitting the stick down then picking it back up. So if you have this stick right here, even if I'm playing regularly like this, when I go to do my cymbal catch, I'm just going to slide the stick into this little pouch right here, okay? Doesn't really require too much effort. And then my thumb is going to go on top. My two other fingers, my first and my second finger, will go underneath. And then when I hit, that way I hit the cymbal and I mute it with those fingers right there. And then when I come back to play again, I'll watch what happens in my left hand. So I go back to play again, my hand comes off the cymbal, and my stick just falls nicely back into position. So I'm up here, underneath. Okay, I didn't have to do too much. Come back down, I'm ready to play. So there's your crab pinchers, okay? The other way to do it is, if you feel more comfortable doing it this way, you can put the stick in between the first and the second finger, like this, and then just simply do the same technique, but with the thumb and the first finger, like that. But I've always found for myself that I feel like I get a little bit more of the meat of my fingers in there, and that just kind of helps me a little bit more so. Now, years ago, when I was drumming with Breaking Benjamin, we did a lot of songs. Shallow Bay was one of the songs where I did a lot of cymbal catches at the end. So I would come off the snare drum and the floor tom and come over and do a cymbal catch, okay? If you're playing in a situation where you have to do a lot of those, what I would recommend to do is to have a cymbal preferably on your left side over here, almost where my splash is, or somewhere over in here, just so that when you come over here, it's really accessible. You know, notice right here when I'm doing this, I'm kind of leaning forward. But if I'm doing a lot of those, you're playing some old Motley Crue, Tommy Lee, you know, have your cymbal over here, so it's just right here ready to go, okay? So again, cymbal catch, crab pinchers, just right down here, hold the stick in this little pouch is option 1. Option 2 is to have it in between here. Go play some Eye of the Tiger.